Hello, welcome to our home.
Come, let's take you around the house. I'm Bentley, I work in a bank.
And I'm Elizabeth, I am a flavorist.
This is a very old house and it's 1,300 square feet. We have actually a set budget, 30 to 45,000 for the house, and we wanted to have minimal furnishings.
In terms of theme, there's no specific theme that we like, but we found that after scrolling through Pinterest or the internet for inspiration, and we found that the theme is mostly described with the term classic, modern, rustic. So some examples of the rustic elements in the home would be the wainscoting trimmings on the cabinet doors as well as the master wardrobe. And we also have the batik tiles below the counter. Some of the more modern elements would be the brass elements that you see throughout the house.
So the brass knobs,
yeah, the light at the entryway.
The light entryways. There are quite a fair bit of structural beams around the house. One of the key things that we wanted was actually to sort of mask the structural beams.
Yeah.
So that was actually one of the ideas that we put forth to Chia, our interior designer. And we told him that we like arches.
Arches, yeah.
Yeah, we like a little bit of arches, something to actually soften up the house.
I think the arches demarcate the space perfectly, and when paired with the accent wall, as well as all the plants that we have here, I think it really creates that cozy vibe that I love coming back home to after a long day at work.
We really love to host our families and friends, and if you like the openness concept where it naturally flows from the living room to, for example, the dry kitchen area, and then to the dining room. It's one of the focal points of the house as well. When you come in, you can see the dry kitchen area.
We both cook a lot. At the same time, we didn't want the wet kitchen to be isolated from the rest of the house as it normally would be. So we had the idea of hacking down the existing wall and actually implementing a sliding glass door. So in this sense, we had the option of keeping the wet kitchen on its own when we did baby cooking, but also when you slide it open, it forms a continuous space between the wet, the dry, as well as the dining area.
We were told by the previous owners that they did the rewiring 8 to 9 years ago when they got the house, first got the house. When we actually did the hacking, we realized that the wirings weren't actually done properly. What we did was basically we took the advice from Marcus and we rewired the whole house. Definitely necessary because, as you can see, it makes things a lot more minimal for us.
More clean. My favorite part of the house will definitely have to be the cozy corner at the back. We get a lot of wind and sun, so it's actually really good for the plants back there. But I mean, sometimes in the afternoon it gets a little too hot. I don't think we're in a position to complain. It's also the first place I go to in the morning to check on the plants. Are they okay? Are they thriving well?
So initially, I think without all the furnitures, if you have electrical socket at every wall, it kind of looks a little bit weird. But once you put in the furnitures, once you have all your appliances in the house, it's actually okay. You will live with it because it's useful and you need it.
Yeah.
One of the key things is that to stick to your budget, but also to really be a little bit more flexible and account for at least 5 to 10K in terms of additional costs. Hope you guys enjoyed this house tour.
Remember to like and subscribe.
Bye.